Alright, welcome to my Season 5 Battle Pass skin review. So I've been slacking on these so far. I've done quite a few of the skins, but not all of them just yet. But in this episode, I'll be covering MENACE, who is tier 83 in the Battle Pass. Now MENACE has a boatload of different styles going all the way up till tier 96. So let's take a look at him in the locker first, and then I'll do some gameplay and review. So here he is in the locker. It says the arena's greatest champion, and it says unlockable styles as well as enlightened. So enlightened, by the way, just means that he gets the basically quote secret styles such as sapphire and topaz. I don't have the 0.1 just yet, but I'm very close. But that's all enlightened means. So, as I mentioned, he has quite a few different styles. This one definitely gives you a bang for its buck. So let's just go through them all individually. So this is his default style, and it's just called MENACE as well as hair. So he's more or less just a very, very strong gladiator here. He's got purple and gold. Back bling looks pretty sweet. I haven't checked that out yet. I don't know if it has multiple styles or not. But it looks like he's got some kind of fur around his waist. And then almost like a championship belt. That's what I would consider that. It's not really a belt, but it looks pretty sweet. And it's got a purple gem on the middle of it. I wonder if that glows. I do love the purple and gold color scheme. Look at the under wraps on his arms. Isn't that sweet? I can only imagine what these other styles are going to look like. To be honest, I have not even seen this character. He's got a weird cut on the side of his hair there, and some weird slash marks on the side of his face as well. Interesting. So that's the first one. So I'm going to go through all the helmets with each individual style as well. So that's the hair one. Let's put the mask on. So obviously nothing changes other than his face. So if you don't like his face, you can put this awesome mask on. Doesn't that look sweet? That makes him look 10 times more menacing. I like that. So that's the mask. Then we've got the light helmet with no plume. I don't know about this. The mask does get upgraded, but it's almost like a safari hat. Doesn't that look like a hat someone in the jungle would wear? Obviously not gold, but that's what it reminds me of. I don't know. I think I much prefer this one, the mask, as opposed to this big old helmet. Next up is the heavy helmet, no plume, so this is what I'm talking about. That is much better. So I think this is the weakest one right here. Yeah, that's definitely the weakest one. And the heavy helmet, no plume, definitely turns him into a villain. Look how intimidating he looks. That skeleton with the purple eyes. Wow. So as far as I know, he's not reactive, but we're going to have to test this out because look at those eyes. And then last but not least, we have the light helmet plume. Oh no, it brings back the terrible helmet. No! Son of a gun, why couldn't it have kept this helmet and just put the plume on top? Well, the plume is cool. It's literally a purple flame. But that helmet, we went back to the safari helmet. No! But it's got that hook or eagle or whatever that is on top. I don't think this one had it. Let's look. No. So this one does not have the hook. So at least this one looks a little cooler. But I don't know. I just don't like the design of that helmet. Okay, so that was the default with all of those styles. Now let's go to the Challenger MENACE. So what happened here? What did we get? It looks like the thing on his arm gets some kind of animal on it. Almost looks like a tiger. And what else happened? Do his knee guards get upgraded? Nope, those are the same. I'm just going to swap back and forth real quick. So he gets a little more on his arms. Like straps on the purple. That's weird. And then on our left, his little arm guard went all the way up now. Here it is on the default. It doesn't cover his bicep here, but on this one, it does. Anything on the backside? Let's look. So backside looks about the same. Alright, so now we'll just quickly go through the helmeted versions with this. Here's the mask one. Again, really enjoy that. Here's the safari helmet. It's about the same. Here's the no plume. I wonder if this arm guard right there gets in the way. It looks a bit bulky. We'll see. And here is the light helmet plume. So that's not bad. Alright, let's go to the third style. This is called the Challenger MENACE Flame. So really all that happens with this style is that the mouth and the eyes on the shoulder guard there light up purple, as well as his, what I referred to as a championship belt. Here's the one before it. Check out the belt. There's no gems in the eyes of those beasts, but on this one, there are, and they light up, and the gem in the middle lights up. Now, it looks like he gets 2 gems added in his knee guards as well, and those light up purple. So I guess you wouldn't want to run this if you don't want to stand out a little bit. But again, we'll check it out in game. So let's go through the helmets on this one. Here's the mask. Obviously nothing purple on that one. Nothing purple on that one. And this one would match a little bit because of the purple eyes. And this one probably matches the best due to the purple flame on top. Alright, let's go back to the default here. Last style is called Undefeated MENACE. And boy oh boy, I mentioned the purple and gold looks phenomenal. This is top notch. I would totally run this skin just for the color scheme alone. You lose that tremendously bulky shoulder guard. Interesting that they just take it out. Boom, it's gone. So this is a champion. He loses his belt as well, but he gets a Medusa crest on his chest. That's a little bit of a rhyme there. And oh man, I just can't compliment that purple enough. Even on his little fur pelt down there by his midsection, tremendous. And he's got these little purple dangly bits coming out. His arms almost remind me of Thanos. That purple and gold right there, I don't know. That's tremendous. I really, really enjoy this. I would definitely rock this style. But let's see how it looks with all the different helmets. So here's the mask. Okay, I think that one suits it very, very nicely. There's not a lot of pizzazz here. There's nothing really glowing, so you shouldn't stand out that much. How about the safari hat? Well, you know, that's not bad. As much as I dissed on that, it doesn't look too bad in the fully decked out armor. How about the heavy helmet? Oh yeah, that is perfect. I don't know though, I really like this default one without the helmet, but if you want to add a little intimidation factor, there it is right there. Nice, that is tremendous. And here is the lit plume one. So that's not bad either. Interesting. So definitely a lot of variations to this. We might have to go into Party Royale because this is going to take me forever to showcase each one of these masks with each one of these styles. For real. It would take me a long time. I wonder what these look like though. Can you put the masks on these? No, so you can't. Nothing changes with the special styles down there. You can't modify them at all, it doesn't look like. None of the styles cooperate with these, so that's unfortunate. So if you want to run the Sapphire, the Topaz, or the 0 point, you're basically stuck with the default version right here. Now there is one more style, and it unlocks very soon, at least for me. Here it is right here. This is MENACE Undefeated Flame. So this is like his final form. Everything lights up. I can't wait to get this and review this. I'm very close, 2 challenges away, so this week I will have it. Doesn't that look tremendous? Look at the plume on the back as well. Wow. So you probably wouldn't want to run this if you're a competitive player because it looks like you stand out a lot. And that thing on his head, why does it have to arc like that? That's too big, I think. We'll check that out when we get it though. Alright, how about the back bling? Does this have styles? It doesn't have any styles. Are you kidding me? So this back bling has to go with all the different styles of the skin. And there's no changing to it. So it says, inherited from a fallen foe. And as you can see, it will match a few of the styles very well because it is animated. It does have that purple glow. But not every style, as you saw with this skin, has a glow like that. Interesting. Here's his pickaxes. Victor's Flail. It says, responsible for untold damage in the arena. This is an awesome medieval weapon. Unfortunately, there is no styles with it. But it is purple and gold. And almost every style the skin has is purple and gold. So that's perfect. Looks like it doesn't really have a splash effect. Huh. I wonder if there's a contrail. Now, I had to double and triple check just to make sure there's no glider. There's no glider for this skin. Why is there no glider? So I just went with the Guardian Shield because this kind of reminds me of a gladiator item. I think it should flow. It's almost a goldish color, so we'll check that out. And he does not have a contrail either. But he does have an animated and reactive wrap. So it says, sculpted from bronze and touched by the gods. And it's basically the tiger. You can see the eye on the front. And again, it's the gold and purple color scheme, so it should technically go with every different style. So that's a plus. We'll find out how it's reactive, but you can see that eye is basically the end of every single wrap. So that's kind of neat, even on the boat and on the RPG. So we'll test that out. Now, last but not least, he does come with this emote. It's not built in, but it's technically his emote. And he just grabs some dirt and rubs it on his hands, like a gladiator should. So we're going to equip that as well, but anyone can use this. It's not necessarily his. In fact, it's not even in his set. It's not part of his set, which is weird. but it's technically his. All right, let's see what he looks like with this Guardian shield right here. That's not too bad. Yeah, I think that flows pretty nicely. I think we did good. All right, so it just turned nighttime, so let's check this out. So as you can see, again, this is the default style. The back bling glows tremendously. So let's spin him around to see if anything else glows. It looks like the little gem in his championship belt glows just ever so slightly. Let me try the strut, because he turns around really slowly with this. Yeah, you can barely see it because of his hands there, but interesting. So here's the pull out. Whoa, whoa, whoa. What is going on with my pickaxe there? A little bit of spasms there. Here's the pull out noise. Got that heavy chain effect. These crickets are so loud. What is going on with my pickaxe? So unfortunately, there's absolutely no contrail. Not even a little white light. Nothing. How about a splash effect? Doesn't look like there's any unique splash effect either. So the pickaxes are kind of disappointing. There should have been a purple contrail, I think. The swing animation is not bad, though. That's not too shabby. Here's the wrap. It's supposed to be animated, but I don't really see any animation. Let's shoot it. So the eye lights up, and the awesome oh, shoot, someone's coming. So as you saw, the eye lights up, and the purple butt of the gun lights up as well. That's pretty sweet. So this is not bad for a default style. I'm kind of disappointed in the pickaxes, like I said. But there's not a lot else to this one. So I think I'll go through all the styles in-game, and then I'll go through all the styles with the masks in Party Royale, because that'll be quicker. So next up is Challenger Menace, but as I mentioned, the only thing that changes with this is the shoulder guard, and it doesn't even light up. So I'm not even going to show that one. You can see it right here. There's nothing special. But the next one has the eyes and mouth as well as on the belt light up. So we're going to skip the second one. We're going to go straight to the flame one. All right, so here comes the darkness. Let's check this out. You can definitely see that purple glow. So it does mesh well with the back bling because it already lights up pretty phenomenally. Oh, wow. Look at the front of his belt as well as the knee guards. So let's do the tippy tap here so we can see it better. Yes, look at that. The belt lights up a lot, just like the back bling, the shoulder guard does as well, and the knee guards. Very, very nice. I like that. And again, nothing with the pickaxes, nothing changes there. And there's not much else to say about this one. He just gets that awesome looking shoulder guard and then the purple lights. Now we're going to check out Undefeated Menace. Alright, so here he is in all his glory. This is his final form, and of course without the mask. So I really, really enjoy these color schemes, like I said. Let me spin him around. So you lose all the glow, except for the back bling. So remember, on the last style, his knees lit up, his shoulder lit up, his belt lit up, and now we've lost all of it, except for on the back bling. But you really can't beat this color scheme. I can't praise this enough. Purple and gold, who would have thought that it looks that nice? And you can see the purple on the pickaxes as well. So even though the pickaxes are pretty lackluster, they're not the best, they do at least match the color scheme. So we can't complain about that. I guess I take that back. He does have a little bit of glow on his arms, and then those two little gems right near his shoulders. But they're nowhere near as glowful, is that a word, as the back bling, or the last style that we had. Oh, here comes the darkness, so we can see even better. Awesome. So now let me spin them around, see if those shoulder blades light up. Okay, so the gems on the shoulders and the arms, they don't light up that much at all. Look at that. They do light up, it's just not as great as the back bling. Here again is the wrap. It's so hard to see though. We're gonna have to go into replay mode. Okay, so this style completely blocks the butt of your gun. Look at that. He's so bulky that you can't even see your wrap. So that's a huge drawback. With the default style, we could clearly see the butt of the gun lighting up. And now, you can't even see the butt of the gun. You can barely see it when his shoulder kicks back. That is unfortunate. Let me see if I can hip fire here. You know, even with hip firing, you can't see. Wow. So that stinks. I wonder why they did that. His armor's just too bulky. I mean, you don't really need to look at your wrap anyway, but I just wanted to point that out, that you will not be able to see the bottom half of your gun with this skin. Now I just wanted to prove real quick that the style right before the last one does not block the wrap. As you can see, you can clearly see the butt of the gun, and the shoulder piece is on the opposite side, so it does not block the wrap. Okay, so instead of showing all the different styles with all the different helmets, I kind of went through them all in the locker anyway, so you know what they look like. I'll just show the Undefeated Menace with each style, because that's basically his final form. Well, until we unlock the actual final form. So we saw what the hair looks like. We're going to go in with the mask now, and we're going to do this in Party Royale. Alright, so with this particular mask, you don't really see much difference from your perspective. You can see the strap of the mask, and that's it. But when you spin him around, obviously, you'll see the Vega mask from Street Fighter 2. So this is more for intimidation on your opponents because you yourself can't really see the mask. So moving on to the next helmet, this is the one that I deemed the Safari helmet. Now you can definitely see this one, unlike the last mask. And the part that I said was goofy, you can't really see. That would be for your opponents to see. But as I twirl them around here, you can definitely see the full front of that mask and the weird helmet. But from this perspective, from your own gaming perspective, it doesn't look that bad. I mean, it definitely matches his bulky armor there. So that's kind of cool. So here's the next one, the heavy helmet with no plume. Now this one looks good from your perspective. This one looks real sweet. I imagine that gem on the top glows. We'll have to wait until nighttime to check that out. Let me twirl him around here. You can see the evil skeleton mask. I bet his eyes glow as well. So this one looks really, really clean from both your perspective as well as your enemy's perspective. So it looks like the sun is going down. So I'll just show you the last style and then we'll swap back and check these out at night. So this is the last one, the light plume helmet. And look at that glow on the top. Holy smokes. That is definitely noticeable from your perspective. Spin them around. That might be a little too obnoxious for a lot of people. Especially if you're a competitive player, that will definitely stick out like a sore thumb, unfortunately. It does look pretty neat, though. Alright, so here we go. The sun is finally setting in Party Royale, so we should see what this looks like in the complete dark. It gets real dark in Party Royale. Alright, so there you go. Let me spin him around. The plume definitely lights up. So there you go. In complete darkness, you can definitely see that purple flame. Let's swap to that other one real quick. Oh, are you kidding me? It crashed my game. We waited all that time for the dark and it crashed the game. What? Alright, so here you go. This is the form that crashed the game before. Let me spin him around so you can see the face. The eyes definitely glow. The back gem definitely lights up. Not as well as the back bling, but it still lights up. Interesting. So this is probably my favorite form. But again, with this final style, you cannot see the wrap for squat. Look, it cuts half the wrap off when you ADS or aim down sights. Isn't that crazy? Literally half the wrap. You can't even see the reactive animation, which is the whole butt of the gun lighting up, completely cut off by this bulky armor. So again, that's a huge drawback in my opinion. So here's how the wrap is reactive. Even in replay mode, this bulky armor just completely blocks some of the butt of the gun. That's crazy. But you can see when I put it in slow motion here, the eye on the front of the gun lights up, as well as a lot of the butt of the gun. There's these little purple stripes. But as I mentioned, some of it is literally in his armor right now, which is quite unfortunate. But it's a nice wrap. I don't really see how it's animated though. I don't see anything really moving on it. You can see the purple stripes right there a lot better. And look, the purple almost looks blue in replay mode. His purple armor, that literally looks blue. It's not blue. I don't know why it looks like that. Interesting. Alright, so that's all the styles and all the helmets for Menace. So, I've got mixed opinions on this. It's got a lot of customization, which is great. But the final stage, unfortunately, blocks your wrap, as you saw. And I hate that. I love looking at my wrap. I know it might not bother many of you, but it truly is an annoyance. And it only appears to happen with this final Undefeated Menace stage, just because he's got that bulky armor that covers up the wrap. Now there's a bit of something for everyone here. If you just want to be a gladiator, you can just do the default on everything. If you want to stand out with a nice glow, you can run the third style, which has a lot of animated purple glow. And then you can change between all the different masks, in particular this final one, which gives you the purple glow animation. And then for you completionists out there, if you want to run your full final form, you can do that as well, which is pretty sweet. And if you want a mix of everything in between, the Challenger Menace is pretty much there. You can modify him with all these different masks and basically pick how you want to look, without looking too flashy or standing out too much. Now another drawback, as I showed, is that these special styles you can't modify at all. So basically you're stuck with the default style, the default helmet, and you can just change between Sapphire, Topaz, and 0 Point when you unlock it. And of course the back bling doesn't really mesh well. Even with this Topaz one, I thought the back bling would look a little better, but it's more of a yellow color as opposed to this bronze gold. But the back bling definitely does not look good on the blue one here. So if you're gonna run these secret styles, probably you better do it with no back bling. So those are my thoughts and opinions on this character. What do you guys think? Which style do you like the best? If I had to give it a rating, I would say definitely Undefeated Menace, just because of that awesome color scheme. Even though it does block half your wrap, I still say this is the best one. Now as for a helmet, I think I'm gonna have to go with the heavy helmet, no plume. That one's not bad at all. But the final form with the plume and the weird safari helmet, it doesn't look bad either. Of course, I also didn't mind this mask one, but again, from your perspective, it's not really that interesting. You just see that strap on the back and that's it. So like I said, a little bit of something for everyone with this skin, and it's not even the tier 100 skin. I think this could have been a tier 100 skin just because of all these styles, but it's not. So it's a very, very nice Battle Pass skin. I think it's a great addition to this season. So again, let me know in the comments which one of these styles is your favorite, and do you mind that the final form blocks the wrap? I don't know why that bothers me so much. It just does. So there you go. That's all there is to it for Menace. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. A like is always appreciated. And don't forget to use my Support-A-Creator Code, which is tabortime.